Today on the Now, people in one California town are living longer than the rest of us. They show us what they're doing to live a long and healthy life. And as you're considering ways to get healthier in the new year, experts are finding there are proven benefits to one strategy in particular. Now, this woman took a toad from her front porch and turned him into a rising social media star. A look inside the world of pet influencers and the money to be made.
And let's head out to Putnam County and Cloverdale, or Greencastle, sorry. As you can see, the low cloud cover. What will happen tonight gradually is we'll start to dry out. So I think we'll poke some holes in the cloud cover and eventually go partly cloudy. That wind still noticeable. West to 20, temperature 33. It's changed very little all day long. Sun now setting at 5:30. So just it's a work in progress. And you can see the sharp edge to the clouds here back into Iowa and then Missouri. We won't see the back edge of the clouds until during the day tomorrow, but that means sunshine for the first day of the year. Off to the east, they'll have some snow moving in toward the ball drop in Times Square. By midnight, temperatures, they'll be in the low 30s through the rest of the evening hours. Not much will change. The wind will calm down a little bit. These are the current wind speeds, and it's out of the west, allowing that colder air to just kind of sit in place. Mostly cloudy skies. The wind will still be gusty at times. Temperatures change very little, as we mentioned, between now and midnight. These are the temperatures. First thing in the morning, we'll be in the 20s, middle to upper 20s. That's the way we start the day, but sunshine will help carry temperatures a lot warmer than today. I'll explain that coming up.
Thank you, Kevin. And we are watching the crowd gather to watch the ball drop in New York's Times Square. This is a live picture here, and after the ball drops and the new year begins, bring on the New Year's resolutions. For most people, they're usually health and wellness related. RTV6's Kelsey Anderson talks with fitness experts on how to actually stick to those fitness goals.
We all see the new year as a restart, and for some that could mean hitting the gym and getting into a healthier lifestyle. And these two have tips on how you can maintain your 2020 goals.
Typically, most people have the same goal of wanting to lose weight or something like that.
Easiest thing to do, in my opinion, is write them down. So once you write them down, you kind of commit it to actually happening.
Eric Thompson and Cody Baker are both exercise specialists at Hancock Wellness. They say it's no secret that people tend to break their New Year's resolutions after just a few months.
Most time people do fall off and know that's part of the process. It's going to take a lot longer than you think to reach your goals, which is unfortunate, but it's kind of the beauty of it too.
They tell me it's all about finding what works best for you as far as your workout goes, but the most important thing is to remain consistent in your routine.
Consistency will actually build most of the momentum you need to carry on in the new year. So don't start with 6 days a week, start with 2 to 3.
But hitting the gym isn't the only thing you need to focus on to reach your goals.
You know, one of the biggest struggles is just making sure they are kind of doing the things they need to be doing outside the gym too.
That means getting enough sleep and having proper nutrition. But both Baker and Thompson say patience is the key to success.
Definitely going to take a lot longer than you think it might take. It could take twice as long. So, you know, give yourself that grace and give yourself that time to really be aware of what's going to be happening and, you know, be ready for that kind of journey as you go.
Working for you, Kelsey Anderson, RTV6.
Thank you, Kelsey. And we've got more health and wellness tips to get you started in 2020 on the right foot over on the RTV6 News app. Hundreds of kids and parents don't have to wait until midnight to welcome in 2020. They've already done it. They celebrated with a countdown to noon at the Children's Museum of Indianapolis. It's an annual tradition for kids and their families to watch the confetti fly earlier in the day instead of having to wait until midnight.
It's fun. It's a little crazy. There's a lot of children running around and everybody's really excited to just party at noon.
They also counted down a second time at 1 o'clock. Lots of music, fun, and partying for the whole family without struggling to stay awake.
Let's start the news feed. A big announcement from President Trump. He says he will sign the first part of a trade agreement with China next month. He added that talks on a phase 2 will start soon after that. Well, West Virginia's governor says all of the corrections cadets seen in a controversial picture will be fired. The picture surfaced earlier this month, showing them all giving what looks like a Nazi salute. Several members of the training academy staff were also fired. Times Square will will be heavily guarded tonight. New York City says thousands of officers will be on hand. And a new high-tech addition this year, police will be using drones to monitor the crowds. Well, bringing in the new year can be traumatizing for pets. The excitement and the noise, especially from fireworks, can make animals anxious to the point they can hurt themselves or even run away.
Basically, they don't know the context of what's happening. They can't tell fireworks from a thunderstorm from the apocalypse.
Blue Pearl veterinarian Dr. Jessica Romine says the best course of action to deal with an anxious dog is to talk to your vet and come up with a plan before. Medications have come a long way.
Several years ago, the best things they had on the market were basically just sedatives. So the dog would be still, but their brain is still racing and they're not really feeling calm. A lot of the newer things they have on the market can actually truly lessen anxiety. And then you can help to desensitize them, put on fireworks in movies, increase volume over time.
And since it's too late to get medication now, Dr. Romine says make sure they have a safe space to hide. A dark bedroom, closet, or bathroom. Don't force them to be outside. Use something to try and muffle the sound. Maybe it's calming music, a TV with general background noise. There's even ASMR videos for dogs. Sounds of dogs munching, scratching, and grooming. It's meant to help calm a pup. And as for over-the-counter remedies, Dr. Romine says she finds them generally to be about 10 to 20% effective. But some dogs do well with thunder shirts or even calming caps. Pet owners are using CBD, even though there's no scientific studies just yet, but they're still doing it. All right, back to our lineup. People will try all sorts of things to reach their New Year's weight loss goals, but health experts are finding there are other benefits to one strategy in particular.
Stay only at Ashley Home Store. This is home.
Welcome back to the Now Indy on RTV6. On the last day of 2019, we have a live picture of Times Square, New York City, where the ball will drop at midnight. Tens of thousands of people are already set to gather there. We'll keep an eye on what that crowd is looking like, and we hope you join us tonight at 11, followed by New Year's Rocket Eve right here on RTV6. A renewed push tonight for information regarding the shooting of a bald eagle in Lawrence County. The eagle was found wounded on December 20th, just south of the White River near Dixie Highway. Despite efforts by DNR officers, the eagle later died. A $500 reward is being offered for information leading to the arrest of a suspect. The reward could go higher due to public interest in making donations to the reward fund. There's an anonymous tip line at 1-800-TIP-IDNR or 1-800-847-4367. Annie.
Every year, it's one of the most, if not the most, made New Year's resolutions. Lose weight, exercise more, and eat better. The key to success, though, may not be in the gym or the kitchen.
You eat, you don't pay attention to the calories, but you pay attention to the clock.
That obesity expert from LSU's Pennington Biomedical Research Center is talking about a pilot study on intermittent fasting. That's where you limit all your eating to a 6 to 10 hour window in a day. Now, the average American eats over a 14-hour period. Studies on intermittent fasting are still limited for its effectiveness with weight loss, but a lot of people say it works for them. And when you fast, your insulin is lower during the fasting period. Insulin is your storage hormone.
It stores the fat, the carbohydrate, it helps to store the calories. And if you have a lower insulin, you start to mobilize the fat.
This particular study is groundbreaking because researchers claim it shows signs of health improvement even when you don't limit your calories or lose weight. They're talking improvements in blood sugar control, blood pressure, and even cholesterol. All of that happens even when people don't change what they eat.
High blood pressure runs in my family. My blood pressure is low. Not lower for me, and so I don't have to stay on medication all the time. So that was one good benefit that came out of this. I just feel more clear-headed. I don't feel hungry when I wake up anymore. Like I used to wake up and feel immediately like I needed to eat something.
Intermittent fasting is not recommended for children, people on certain medications, or anyone with a history of eating disorders. As with any big change with your body, check with the doctor first. All right, ahead in our lineup, no matter what it is, your pet just might be your undiscovered side gig.
I mean, I get sent stuff all the time. Adidas sent me a pair of shoes and then sent him a 3D printed matching pair.
Meet the Toad, that's an up-and-coming Instagram influencer, and learn the tools to create a successful pet account that could earn you money.
Aboard, RTV6 is working for you.
Robots used in daily business operations are expected to explode over the next decade. Amazon already used an entire fleet of robots inside their warehouses over the busy shipping season. Fast-moving pods, robotic arms, and other forms of warehouse automation help fulfill orders. And they don't necessarily replace people. Humans have to help keep them going.
Basically, my vest communicates with our drive robots here to either slow down or stop, so I can go out here and either pick up items that have fallen or reboot drives that have bombed out.
The company has more than 200,000 robotic vehicles moving goods through delivery fulfillment centers, and they're rolling out new robot models. Another robot to watch for next year, Spot. It can help with surveying and inspecting and is expected to be rolled out on construction sites next year. Well, half the fun of social media is the cute animal videos and pictures. And some of those animals are doing more than just entertaining us. They're getting famous and making a nice chunk of change along the way. In the small central Florida town of Williston,
we have 2 red lights all together.
There's a hidden celebrity of sorts.
Usually when I see him, he's behind this sign right here. I saw him pretty frequently, like every day for a month, and I just thought it would be funny to take a picture of him on the little couch, and it went viral.
Savannah Michaels' idea to snap a silly picture of a toad and post it on Facebook turned into an overnight hit.
I didn't know if I wanted to make a whole other Instagram for a pet, and I did, and it got 11,000 likes overnight.
Toby isn't just a toad, he's a personality. Living life in a dollhouse Savannah's aunt built her when she was a child. Eating at the kitchen table.
You can't do this without laughing the whole time.
Taking baths.
The captions and the comments back, that's like half the fun.
And talking to his more than 75,000 fans on Instagram.
I was seeing this toad popping up online.
Lonnie Edwards is a Harvard Law School graduate and founder of the Dog Agency.
We actually approached Savannah and Toby, which we rarely do.
Edwards signed Toby.
The voice she created, the content she was creating, the consistency, everything about it was literally like the case study on how to do this properly.
Making him a pet influencer.
Clients that we have that are around the 1 million follower range, that's kind of when they start doing it full time.
Edwards says pet influencers make money collaborating with brands, making sponsored content.
Someone with around 100,000 followers is getting anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 per sponsored post.
There's opportunities for merchandise, book deals, appearances, and more.
This is Crown and Paw. You send them a picture of your pet, and then they will paint your pet into a picture.
Toby's only been at it since the summer and already has a calendar and some other deals in the works.
I feel like I could pretty much advertise for anything.
Earning his keep while spreading joy.
It's touching people more than I ever anticipated.
I need to have a talk with my dog. Well, it's the end of the Carrie Underwood era at the CMA Awards. After 12 years, she will be stepping down as host. The country music star made the announcement on Instagram and mentioned wonderful memories with her longtime co-host, Brad Paisley, and the support of women in country music. She hosted last month's award show here on RTV6 alongside Reba McEntire and Dolly Parton in a tribute to women in country music. Underwood wrote, "It's time to pass the hosting torch, at least for now, to others that will cherish it and honor it as much as I do." Underwood did not mention any specific projects coming in 2020.
Have you got a second? Let's go to Paris.
Ooh.
They're getting ready.
Beautiful.
What time is it? 11 minutes or so until the fireworks fly there in Paris. Wow. I was just checking there. Temperature is 35. It is dry. Folks are ready, and it looks like quite the light show leading up to that as they're projecting on there. The Eiffel Tower and everything will be all lit up. And we showed you Athens, Greece just a little bit ago as they brought in the new year. Dry and breezy tonight. We're dry. That's the key, really, I think, between now and midnight. And I hope you relax if you're headed out. Tomorrow, back on the menu, sunshine to begin the new year. Then rain as we get to Thursday and Friday. The temperature will come up with the rain, maybe 20 degrees warmer than what we have right now. Pretty consistent temperatures in the 30s, just above the freezing mark. At midnight, they'll be just below the freezing mark. There won't be any big temperature swing between now and then. Through the evening hours, the wind calms down a little bit, steady at about 15, still gusting into the 20s, partly to mostly cloudy at 11 o'clock. This is what we'll wake up to tomorrow morning. I think be patient. We'll have clouds in the morning. That will be replaced by afternoon sunshine. The clouds over 2/3 of the state. This is at 8 o'clock in the morning. As we go through mid-morning into the afternoon, that clears and leaves us with tons of sun through the afternoon hours. Temperatures start to respond to that. About 45 degrees, most locations. We jump back above average. That's the base temperature from which we'll continue to warm up. The change on Thursday, besides temperatures being warmer to around the 50-degree mark, our rain chances increase first in the southern half of the state, then into central Indiana.
Population growth is slowing down in the U.S. The rate was the lowest in a century. The Census Bureau attributes that to a decline in the number of children being born. And Prince William launched a new effort to help deal with environmental problems. He will hand out 5 awards a year over the next decade to companies who find a way to help protect our planet. This mainly focuses on issues like global emissions and access to fresh water. Well, people in a town east of L.A. live 8 to 10 years longer than the average American. Their secret? Chris Stewart takes us to Loma Linda to find out.
6 mornings a week, you'll find Heinz Linzer in the gym doing this. More impressive? His age.
I'm 80 plus.
And he's not the only octogenarian in here.
This community people seem to be enjoyable, more happy.
Dr. Benjamin Lau and his wife Esther walk a mile to the gym every day for their half-hour workout. Both of them are in their 80s.
I put a lot of emphasis on food, and I think that's probably the most crucial.
In Loma Linda, being able to do an hour aerobics class later in life isn't uncommon. Much of the fuel for the people here is religion.
I started to work out, and I really got into it. I got really excited, and I thought, oh, this is great because I just feel really vibrant, and I feel like, wow, like 40 again. You know, I thought, is this possible, God?
This community is home to one of the largest concentrations of Seventh-day Adventists, a Christian denomination that puts an emphasis on healthy diet and exercise. Most Adventists, like 72-year-old Marika Sawyer, don't smoke or drink alcohol.
My body is actually the temple of God. So therefore, whatever I put in, I want to keep it whole.
Many also follow a vegetarian diet.
So fruits, lots of vegetables. Actually, we grow a lot of our own vegetables, and so mostly unprocessed.
71-year-old Jackie Tucker is a lifelong vegetarian.
My grandfather died at 60 with a heart attack. My father died at 73 with blood-related heart disease. So I know that exercise and the diet have made a difference.
National Geographic named this community one of its 5 original blue zones, places across the globe where people are living longer and healthier lives.
It becomes normal. It becomes a way of life for me not to come out and exercise. I would be frazzled because I just feel so much better.
But here, there's no fountain of youth or magic spell to be able to do this.
Person that's motivated, he can do a lot of things or she to maintain a good lifestyle and health.
just a belief and the will to keep it going.
Chris, thank you. Well, next in our lineup, don't toss that Christmas tree out just yet. Environmental experts share a simple option that will give the tree a new life.